Hi, the collective. My name is Aruna from All Change by the Minute Video Time again, okay? I heard it isn't your fault, okay? That is what I got. It isn't your fault. Something is happening because of you. Tremors, I'm hearing, okay? Yeah. Just like tremors in the desert and the earth is shaking, okay? And earthquakes, I'm hearing, yeah. It's not your fault that everything around you is falling down. Everything which you knew is crumbling down. Whoa, 4-4, I saw, okay, yeah. Everything which you knew is crumbling down, yeah. It's like the tower, okay. I heard spend some money actually, spend some money on something, okay, yeah. Maybe you need to spend some money on yourself, okay, yeah. Surprise, I heard also, yeah. It was always you, I heard, yeah. And be aware of the people around you. Do not just trust anyone, I heard, okay? No, do not just trust anyone. Again, it is not your fault that everything is crumbling down. It was never your time and space. Oh my God. It was never your time and space. Yeah. Not in that very moment. Okay? You learned from mistakes, as we all do. Because when we are not making mistakes, when we are not failing, we'll never learn, okay? We'll stay again in a comfort zone, passive, being passive, okay? Not moving. And again, staying in that unconscious mind. We don't want to be in our unconscious mind, okay? No, because there is where the problem lies, I'm hearing, yeah? People are not knowing that there is where the problem lies, but it is there, okay? Yeah. I heard show yourself off. Show yourself off. And guess what? The first card, okay? Newborn. People are not liking it, I'm hearing. People are not liking you for this. Changeling, I'm hearing, yeah. But then not baby's changing, okay? But maybe it is, but yeah. A great time is beginning, okay? Yeah. A great beginning. So something old needs to die before anything new can come in. And that is what you are doing, okay? Yeah, newborn you. Again, newfound you. You're feeling safe. Yeah. All the tremors, okay? All the earthquakes, all the storms passing by, okay? Passing by. You're getting used to it in a good way, of course. Yeah, in a good way for yourself, because you're getting used to it because all the lessons you integrated, I'm hearing, you integrated within yourself, okay? Yeah, within yourself. And that is how you do it. Yeah, not staying stuck, not staying in the mental imprisonment. No, we don't, okay? Yeah. And every time when you are changing yourself, helping yourself, because no one, okay? Everybody was taking around you, everybody was taking around you. You never gave up on hope, okay? Every time you're pushing yourself as God was pushing you, okay? Yeah, where there's light, there's hope, always, okay? Because the ones who are not giving up on their own life, they're seeing the light, okay? Even though they're blinded, still they're moving, okay? And even though you're not blinded, you know it, you move on, okay? Yeah. So where there's light, there's hope, always. Because where there is darkness, there's fear, there's chaos, there's confusion, okay? Yeah. There are people taking from you. There are all the narcs, all the evil people, okay, around you, taking, set off, I heard, set off. Yeah, set off means you elevating, okay? Elevating, set off, you elevating. And the money, what's the money about? Money, yeah. Money. Money is always the root to the problem in the wrong hand, okay? In the wrong hand. Because when it's in the right hand, even though it's in the right hand, people can take advantage of you, okay? Of you, yeah. Shine. The sky is the limit. Because we need to shine our light, okay? We need to shine our light so bright. As I said, you don't have to be on the stage to shine your light, because it is your light. It is your life, okay? Yeah. What we're talking about. Yeah. Move on, I heard again. Deep into the ocean, I heard. Whoa. Deep into the ocean, I heard, okay? Move on, deep into the ocean. That means going within and diving so deep, okay? Yeah, that people will not be able to find you there, okay? Physically, they will be able to find you, but they were giving you troubles, okay? Where there was no troubles, you like to help people, you like to give, and maybe you gift is your money. And even though everything what you are having is from God, God gifted you that, and you gift it to others, and that's what God is seeing, okay? Yeah. That's why the money will come back, I'm hearing. Whoa. Because you gifted without asking something in return. And that is how the universe works, okay? Yeah. Whoa, someone gifted so much, okay? The money will return. I heard, yeah. Whoa, yeah. Erupt. Express your feelings, explode your energy. This is how you need to do it, okay? Yeah. Your light, your explosion. Yeah. Very explosive, okay? Energy. Yeah. And that will erupt, but also in a good way, okay? By expressing your feelings. Expressing what you are feeling, what you are seeing, what you are smelling. It doesn't matter what it is, okay? Yeah. You can go on with a life, that is what I'm hearing, with avoiding things, I'm hearing, yeah. Avoiding things, yeah. No one, okay? No one. Even I did it. But yeah, not in that manner that it hurted me, okay? It hurted me, yeah. All the things that I, for example, okay, again, all the things that I have been doing in my life, okay, it didn't hurt me. Not that much as people wanted it would be, okay, yeah. Yeah, but it didn't. And that is why the hating energy will come in, okay? But yeah, who cares? This is my energy. I am loving myself. I am balanced, okay? I healed. I did my part. I did my work, okay, as God guided me to do. And that is what God is, yeah, expecting from all of us. Yeah. But again, with a free will, okay? With a free will. For the ones who are understanding, whoa, my nose itching again. For the ones who are understanding it, yeah, hope, okay? Hope and faith, everything anchored, I'm hearing, okay? Until it's anchored. That's why everything what you're used to, those people, your old life, not so much the right environment, okay, I heard, yeah. Yeah. Crossing your boundaries, I'm hearing. Crossing your boundaries. Yeah, no. They shouldn't have done it, okay? I heard, yeah. Setting you off, and God is setting you off. God is setting you off into another dimension, I heard. Again, into another dimension, okay? Yeah. Because again, we are multi-dimensional. People not knowing it, because again, when we are being unconscious, okay, and we are living out of fear and being put in a corner, being put in a box, how you will describe it, okay, Again, it's not your fault, okay? It was not the time and space. It was not the time and space, okay? Yeah. It was not your fault that you needed to learn your lessons. There are no failures, okay? There are only lessons. And when we are understanding that there are no failures because of all those lessons, what God is gifting us, okay? And we are understanding that, yeah, there will be a newborn you, okay? Rebirthing yourself, the phoenix rising. Yeah, you, yeah, that phoenix rising, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Hope is everything in our life, okay? Because without hope, we are nowhere to be found, okay? Because then we are in darkness. When we are giving up on hope and faith, you're lost. You're just a lost soul, I'm hearing, okay? Yeah, I know I was a lost soul. Yeah, because again, of people not understanding the lessons, okay? Not in his totality, okay? Again, understanding that there is more between heaven and earth. Yeah. But not understanding how it works, okay? The system, the plan, okay? God and you reuniting, okay? Yeah. Not understanding it and wanting to understand it, needing to understand it, okay? Yeah. Because we need to understand what is happening in our own lives as God is coming in to guide you, okay? And you to reunite with yourself, your soul, finding your soul, you creating with God, okay? Yeah. Because God is also, yeah. Yeah, God is the one who's creating you. Oh my God. Danger, there's a danger approaching. Whoa, whoa. What kind of danger, God? Someone lost hope. Yeah, someone lost hope. Angry, I'm hearing. I heard angry bird. Yeah. Angry, angry, angry. People are angry around you. Maybe you feel it, that dark energy, okay? It's a very dark, heavy cloud, what I am seeing above you, okay? Above you. Yeah. Temporary, I'm hearing. Temporary. It will go. Yeah, just like the sun goes down, the sun, the sun must also come up, okay? The rising. See, the rising of the phoenix. Thank you, God. Yeah. Because of the cloudy judgment, okay? That is what I heard. Cloudy judgment, okay? Yeah. Of you, who you are. It's always, I heard rare breed. You are a rare breed. I'm not sure if you know it, but now you do. Now you do, okay? Yeah. Rare breed. I heard single. Someone is single. Oh my God, okay. Someone is single. They know of me, all of them, that I am single, okay? Yeah, but someone is single, yeah. You are single. Merge, powerful combination to achieve excellence, okay? Yeah. People are saying there's no perfect you. There's always a perfect you. When you are working on yourself day and night with God, let yourself be guided and trust your intuition, okay? Do not, again, let yourself be derailed by people's opinion, I'm hearing, okay? Cloudy judgment. You will get a cloudy judgment, or they will have a cloudy judgment about you, because this is how people's mind are working. What is not being elevated, what is not of a higher vibration, what is not of a much higher frequency, okay? Again, just like you are turning on that radio, that button, you are turning, I'm sorry, until you have found the right frequency found. Yeah. Okay, now I have sound. Yeah. You will hear, in this case, a song. But we're talking about sound, okay? Yeah. Silence, actually, but right frequency, you can hear by going silence, okay? Yeah. I heard silent treatment. Oh my God. Literally God. Yeah. Silent treatment. Yeah. It's not on purpose, I'm hearing, okay? It's not on purpose. Yeah. The silent treatment. No. They are thinking, okay, I'm getting it. They are thinking that you are giving them the silent treatment, but you're not. You're just living your best life, I'm hearing. Oh God. Your best life. See, the perfect you is always when you are working on yourself and you are respecting yourself and loving yourself. It doesn't matter where you are at, okay? It doesn't matter where you are living within yourself. You are your true nature and you are happy. Again, I'm hearing you're joyful again. Whoa, people will not be able to understand that, okay? No, they will not be able to understand that. How is a person that has so, maybe, yeah, but the money was there. Yeah, but there are people who are not having the money, okay? Yeah, because a lot of energy. Yeah, because of your money, now I'm hearing again, because of your money, yeah, people rooted in your life, okay? Rooted, okay? Because you like to give, 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 give. You are giving to the wrong people. Yeah. Not understanding it. Yeah. But you need to understand, okay? That is what I heard. You need to understand. Yeah. Not giving, okay? Yeah. Not giving to the wrong people, I'm meaning. No, there's always a choice which you can make, okay? Because you have that free will. And never, ever, ever forget that, because that is God's given gift also. So when you are having a choice, it's by God, okay? God gifted you that gift. When you like to help people, it's also a gift, okay? Yeah, it's a choice that you are making. And when you are understanding that that choice is also given to you by God, okay? Who can I help? Who can I not help? Okay, yeah. And of course, we like to help all humanity. But when people are not helping themselves, they like to take. And especially when we are talking about money, okay? Yeah. Again, money hungry people. Yeah, I heard. Yeah. Yeah. Ring Nebula. Ring Nebula is about a veil, okay? Yeah. And the veil is being lifted. The curtains are being opened. You standing there on the stage, even your light will be shining bright, okay? And again, you don't have to be standing on a stage to shine your light. People are forgetting that, okay? In the 3D, people like to think, oh, I need to be important, okay, in my life. I need to be something. I need to be doing something important in my life. Yes, we need to be doing something important in our life, but that's not always about a job, okay? No, not in the beginning, okay? In the beginning, there was the word God. I heard, yeah, for sure, okay, for sure. Because when we are understanding God, I heard understanding God, okay? When you are going more and more with the flow, with the hope, with the faith, not chained anymore, I'm hearing, not chained anymore to the people you are attached to. That's why, again, attachment is always there in the 3D, okay? That's why we need to be detaching ourselves, separating ourselves from those kind of people. Yeah. And again, those people are also separated from their soul, separated from their healthy mind, separated from healthy thinking. Okay, yeah. And that's why the veil is being lifted. Okay, so balance can come in your life. So you are seeing everything clear, clear, clear. Okay, yeah. I heard glass. Yeah, just like glass, totally shining. See through it. Okay, yeah, yeah. Balance and complete state. That is what we need to be. Yeah. Being one within yourself, being one with God. Again, because God's presence is within us, okay, within us. And we need to be understanding that. Yeah. God gifted, I heard. God gifted. Yeah, not only your money, your life, you made it, okay, in the 3D life, and then what, okay? Working so hard. And I know I worked also very hard, very determined, okay, very disciplined. Yeah. No. No. No, it's not always about the money, okay? No. What more important? What is more important? Your true identity, okay? Your true identity. And a lot of people, okay? Stars and, okay, what I got, a lot of people. It's just like rappers, okay? Music, yeah. Most of them didn't have a healthy life, okay? Yeah. Gangsters, I'm hearing, yeah. You don't have to be a gangster, but that is what I heard, okay? Yeah. Policy, I heard, yeah. Also, gangster policy, yeah. They are thinking that they need to have that gangster policy to make it in that business, okay? It's not always about the music, but any kind of business, okay? Yeah. But music, okay, that kind of the business, okay? Everything happens there, okay? People using drugs, okay? Using guns, yeah. Not having a healthy lifestyle. Most of them dying, okay? Early age, yeah. And we don't want that, okay? Yeah, we don't want that. This is what I'm getting, okay? Yeah. We don't want that. And I'm not saying that everybody is dying in the music business, okay? But there are tears I'm hearing. Tears I heard, okay? Yeah, many tears. Yeah. Many tears. That's why there was no balance, okay? And it doesn't matter that those people were in your life, but we are not getting who we are from the inside out, okay? And when we are not understanding that, there's no return. I'm hearing, okay? There's no return. Yeah. A lot of people will die. Again, I'm sorry, I need to explain this, okay, of God. Yeah. A lot of people will die because they are not taking care of themselves, okay? And again, it doesn't matter, music business or just anyone on this planet, okay? They're not taking care of themselves. I mentioned that one already, okay? But then again, in that music business, a lot of people are not having a healthy lifestyle, okay? Because they like to give. There needs to be a balance, okay? A balance between the you, okay? The real you, understanding who you are. I'm seeing one man standing, okay? One man standing. It doesn't matter, it's the energy, okay? One man standing, alone. Yeah. And darkness around it, okay? Whoa. Darkness cooling off, I'm hearing. Whoa, no. Whoa, what a reading. My Lord. Cooling off, okay? That person, I'm not sure, okay? Take it how it resonates in your life. Maybe it's not your reading, but cooling off, okay? And cooling off, cooling down, okay? The hastiness and going and pushing and going and some more and more and more and more, that we don't have the time, okay, to think. Brainless, I'm hearing. Not totally, but that's what I heard, okay, yeah. And by brainless, I'm meaning, okay, we are not thinking with a healthy mindset, okay? I'm getting two things now, okay? The right side of the brain and the left side of the brain. Again, I shared that one already, okay? Analytical and observing, that kind of stuff, okay? Yeah. Left side of the brain, and the right side is about being empathic, okay? The psychic abilities, that kind of stuff. And that needs to be balanced out, okay? I know my story years ago, okay? That I was at my job and my whole talking, okay, was just like I was drunk. But I wasn't, of course. I was rolling, like a rolling tongue, okay? Yeah, I couldn't get my words right. Yeah. But while I was talking to that person, every single time I asked that person, are my words coming out right? Yes. It was for me, okay? It was for me. I was not, the words that oh my God, the talking that I did, yeah. It was not. Because why? My left side brain, yeah, it was functioning, but not that much, because the right side of my brain needed to come into action, okay? That's why the duality, the balance, okay? Both side needs to be in balance, okay? Yeah. And that's why people will not be able to understand when the left side is only working and being analytical, thinking, planning, you know what, okay? Analytic, most of the time, okay? I'm hearing, yeah. The the reverie, what? Reverie? Reverie? I'm not sure. Why God? No, I'm not sure. Maybe it will come, okay? But the right side of the brain is not functioning right, okay? It's not in balance. It's not in balance. Yeah. It's not how it should be working, I'm getting, okay? It's not how it should be working. When it works both, when it's in balance, okay, you will know how to handle people, you will know how to be analytical, you will know how to plan, but you will also know how to use your intuition. You will know how it is to be an empathic person, okay? You will know, you will know, you will know. And that's why the right side will be see, just like now, okay? Will be working much harder. Yeah. Yeah, until there's the balance, until it's integrated, because everything is about integration, getting it into your system, getting it, okay? Getting back to basic, yeah. I just like a little child, okay? Needs to talk, yeah, for the first time, yeah. And you will not understand. But again, this child, maybe your child, okay, yeah, and you are hearing, brabbling, okay, yeah. And you will think, okay, I'm understanding that, but I'm not knowing what you're talking about, okay, yeah. Yeah. So it's all about understanding what is coming in to functioning, okay? And there is no more malfunction in your brain, okay? Yeah, no more errors in your brain, yeah. Brain damage, okay, yeah. Brain damage is about that people are working to work on that unconscious mind, to be working freely, okay, yeah. You know what it means? Yeah, that you'll not be thinking about working in the spiritual realm, where we all need to learn who we are from the inside out, okay? Egypt, I heard Egypt, okay? Maybe you like Egypt. But there's also the pharaohs, the pyramids, okay? A lot of history there. Maybe you like that, yeah. And maybe you need to watch it, yeah. Getting into balance, I'm hearing. Love the nature, I'm hearing. Yeah, see, someone is loving the nature, yeah. Love the nature. And nature is everything, okay? What you're seeing, even though blinded eyes, okay? Fully opened, not awakened, still sleeping. And sleeping means working with our unconscious mind, okay? And that is what I meant. Be conscious, be aware, and be aware of people who are working, yeah, not in your favor, okay? Not in your favor, totally not in your favor, no. They like to take, and especially when it's all about money, they like to, yeah. I heard it isn't even their money. Oh my God. It isn't even their money. That's why it's not your fault. It's not your fault, okay? Yeah. Failure, I heard again. There are no failures, okay? And people are most of the time, seeing themselves as failure. No, when we are seeing ourselves as failure, gone, okay? Yeah, yeah. That's why switch the game. Yeah, switch the game, okay? Yeah. Live in hope, newborn you, okay? It's like the baby, newborn you. Yeah. Feelings, I heard again. Talking about feelings, okay? And being happy, great time, enjoy it. Yeah. Oh my God, the card. Did I show the ring nebula? This one. It's all about a veil. It's being lifted, okay? Yeah. Being lifted, and not only in your life, everybody's life, the earth, okay? The veil is being lifted. Yeah, as the planet's vibration is getting higher and higher and higher and higher on a higher frequency. Coming back. I heard coming back, okay? Coming back, yeah. God is coming back. God is already here within us. Yeah, he's coming back. Yeah, I heard, okay? Yeah, love. Romance, fantasy, noble, and firm love. Yeah. Expecting that. This is how you manifest, okay? Yeah. Manifest the things that you need in your life, okay? And you will see that everything will be all right. And everything will be working out just fine, okay? Erupt, I heard again. Yeah. Erupt of what? Of your true nature. Yes. Thank you. See, that is your energy exploding in a good way. Yeah. Love the nature. Yeah. Loving your true nature. And that's what I was talking about, okay? Again, in that industry of, yeah, music again. Yeah. When you're deeper in music, okay? Yeah. A lot of people are not having a healthy life, okay? Because they are crumbling down in their own life. They're not getting it that even though, again, not being on the stage doesn't mean you cannot shine your light, okay? Yeah. People are forgetting who they are. And bit by bit, when they are getting deeper into that business, again, it doesn't matter what it is, getting into that business, they are forgetting who they are more and more and more. And it's not only about the music industry, okay? Everything, the moment that we are born, okay? Born. You born, me born, yeah. Forgotten who we are. Huh. Yeah. But God was here on this planet, okay? Yeah. The Lord was here sacrificing himself so we would be okay on this planet. And people are not getting it. Of course, they cannot comprehend because, again, it's not tangible. Yeah. Because they cannot see what you will be seeing, okay? What you will be hearing. Because you are, again, newborn, okay? You have the hope, you have the faith, you are shining your light, okay? Or you will be shining, even though you need help, ask help, okay? Yeah. Ask, and you shall receive. Maybe not in the kind of way that we want to, because I know the things that I have been asking, okay? And God gifted me another lesson, and another lesson, okay? And another lesson, until we are seeing the bigger picture of what God is wanting for us, okay? The things that we need, what God is already seeing, okay? Yeah. Because you are a gemstone. Oh my God. Yeah, look at the card. Whoa. You're a gem. You're a true gem. Precious and beautiful things will be coming on your path, okay? And why? Even though you gifted your money, okay? Yeah, you gifted energy, okay? Money is energy, okay? Losers, I heard. Yeah, losers, yeah. You gifted money to losers. Yeah. It was your money, but you gifted it to losers. Yeah. Not understanding it. Even that, I understand, okay? And that's why it is important for us to know who is real and who is not real. And of course, you will get the confusion, okay? But that's why it is important for us to listen to our intuition. We are being guided, okay? And listen to it. And this is very serious, okay? Yeah. When we are not taking this seriously, we are lost. We are just another lost soul on this planet. Yeah. not knowing how to maneuver ourselves through all those nasty people, even though you are using your logic, because that is the left side of the brain, okay? We are using our logic, okay? People will still be using you, okay? Yeah. Not only you, there are a lot of people who are being used on this planet, okay? Because again, they're empathic in nature, they're giving nature, okay? But sometimes there's no balance, okay? There's no balance between the giving and the receiving. And it's not only about you between someone else, but I'm talking also about the giving and receiving in the bigger picture, okay? That's why we need to be dream bigger, okay? Because God, okay? Because of God. God is the one who will be uniting, us with him again. Yeah. I heard, I am here. Thank you, God. I am here, okay? I am here. That's what he told me. Yeah. Push, I'm hearing, okay? Push to the limit, okay? And then some more, okay? Because again, push, just keep on pushing, okay? Never give up. Never give up. When we are just thinking with our unconscious mind, every word, okay, every word, again, what we are talking about is so unconscious, is so shallow, is so unmeaningful when we are living a meaningful life, where there is no time, I'm hearing, where there is only your true nature. Thank you, God. Yeah. Only your true nature. To never forget, again, who you were and who you are becoming, to learn again who you are, okay? Yeah. You just lost track, I'm hearing, like we did, okay? Yeah, we all did. And maybe, not maybe, there are still people who are just a lost soul, okay? Yeah. And there are also people who don't have a soul. Yeah. Yeah. Precious and beautiful things, okay? Yeah, that's who you are. You are the gemstone, okay? Never, ever, ever, ever forget that. This is who you are. Inspirational. Inspirational, yeah. Inspirational. Yeah. Mirror of phantoms. Mirror of phantoms. Hidden desires, fears of potentials. We need to face up to our inner world. See? Yeah. One card. Yeah. When we are not facing and we are not wanting to face, going deep in that ocean, okay? Going deep in that ocean and going deeper and deeper, well, you will find yourself back again, okay? Yeah. Because it's about you. And then another person, and then another person, and another, and another, and another, okay? Yeah. When we are working on ourselves to find ourselves, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Because again, forgotten, okay? Just forgotten who you are. Forgotten who you are. And that's why we need to remember that. Again, yeah, gifted, your true nature. What do you want? Fears or potential? Potential is not only about the physical realm, okay? And that we think that we have everything, again, that house, the car, the money, but no love, no heart. Some, okay, yeah. And some have a broken heart. Yeah, unhealed. It needs to be healed. And don't let yourself be burned again. No, don't let yourself be burned again, okay? Because people like to take. And especially when we are liking to give. And that's why there was no balance It was a fucking imbalance, and not only between you and a person. No, it is an imbalance in a true nature. The nature itself, the earth itself, okay? The imbalance between you and God, because God is here, but not understanding, okay, that God is the one who is helping you, for you to reunite with yourself again. And that is what we are talking about. Remembering, reuniting. Remembering, yes, yeah. Mirror of phantoms. Again, your potentials, okay? And maybe you know your potentials from the 3D, okay? Yeah. Logic, again, I'm hearing again, okay? Ego, I heard. Yeah. We all have our ego, okay? But that is also something that needs to be balanced out. No more going bam, okay? Without thinking. No, don't, okay? You will have yourself only with that, okay? Yeah. It is a fucking war between you and you, okay? Yeah. I know. At least I knew. Yeah. At that point, I mean, okay, I'm still knowing it, but yeah. The war, okay? The war, yeah. And they are not, okay? Society is not wanting for you to move on, okay? Because the moment that there's no way back, okay, again, there's no way back. They will try their best, okay? They will try their best for you to not to reunite with yourself, with God, okay? Yeah. Because then it's too late to go back. Again, as I know it, okay, the first lesson, I know consciously, okay, there was no going back, even though I tried my best to go to the people who were living in my environment, okay, yeah, because again, of the giving and giving and giving, I'm talking about my love, okay, yeah. What I got from God, okay, my love in this case, okay, yeah. And of course, it's something we need to share because that is also a gift. But when I'm giving and giving and giving my energy, okay, and you are giving your energy, it's not always about taking, okay? We need to understand, okay, that person is giving, okay? It's a whole fucking receiving between you and God, the universe, yeah. Giving, receiving. That's why we need to be, again, in receiving mode, okay? Hands like this. And it's not taking this, okay? There was no balance. It was a total imbalance of your true nature. Yeah. Imbalance, forgotten who you are, needing to come into balance. And that means a whole bunch of lesson after that. Okay, yeah. So one lesson learned, you did it consciously. That's your first lesson. Okay, you will never ever forget that anymore in your life. Okay, yeah. Learn to, yeah, understand why everything is happening. Okay, it's always a reason. That's why. That's why. Everything happens for a reason. Yeah. My child is understanding that. 21 years old. He will tell me, Mama, you told me everything happens for a reason. I'm seeing it. Okay, yeah. So, so, yeah, everything happens for a reason. Okay, yeah. It's for us to understand why, what is going on behind the scenes. What is going on behind the scenes. Okay, yeah. Because behind the scenes, behind that curtain, what we cannot see, everything can happen until that curtain's open. And then what? Free! Yeah. Yeah. The veil is being lifted. Okay, yeah. 4-4. Yeah. See, that is your stability. And everything what is crumbling down, okay? Yes, those people, most people will not be in your life anymore. Those people need to be making place for the right people in your life. And why? Because you are growing, you are elevating, you want to learn, okay, in your life. And bit by bit, that people will hate you for that, okay, yeah, because they are seeing that you are going somewhere where they are not, okay? They will envy you, even though you're not on that stage, okay? Yeah. Or even you're on that stage, yeah. Couldn't shine your light? Yeah. You don't need a stage to shine your light for everybody on this planet, okay? Yeah. On this planet, I needed to learn how to shine my light. Even though the light was within me, okay? Needing to find it back again. Yeah. Flashlight, I heard. Flashlight. Where's my light? Where's my light? Where's my looking glass? I heard also. Yeah. It's all about you. Yeah. Remembering, okay? Bit by bit by bit. Yeah. It's all because of the lesson that God will give to you, okay? For you to remember who you are. And who you are not to be put in a box. And actually no one on this planet, okay? No one, even the darkest of the darkest people, but they have gone rogue, I heard. Oh my God. Yeah, also that. But too much darkness. Piling up the darkness. In the darkness. And in the darkness again and again and again and again, okay? Yeah. While you are lifting up, okay? You are being lifted up by God. Literally, okay? Yeah. You learned your lesson? Okay. Yay. Okay. A fucking whole entourage behind the scenes clapping for you. Yay, you did it. Just like you do with the baby I'm seeing, okay? That image. Yeah. Yeah, you did it. Yeah, you did it. Okay. Newborn. Newborn. Because of your hope. You didn't lose faith. Okay. No. It's your time to shine. And again, you don't have to be on that stage to shine your light. No, 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 this one. People are always thinking, the 3D people, okay, the physical part of us, that people are important, okay, who are having a ridiculous amount of money, I heard. What? Are you having a ridiculous amount of money? I'm not sure, okay? That is what I heard. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Out of nowhere, yeah. Out of nowhere, okay? You lost? You lost. You lost? I heard just yet, okay? You lost a ridiculous amount of money. Oh God. Again, okay? I'm getting it. Your money. I'm not getting it because a ridiculous amount of money. No, not me. Oh, I have a ridiculous amount of love. But money, again, okay, yeah. That's why when we are not loving ourselves, how are we able to stand in our faith and to know who is standing in front of us? That is what God will teach you, okay? We need to be the red flags, okay? That's the first thing that you need to learn. Okay, another one, and another one bites the dust, I'm hearing, and another one will bite the dust, okay? Because they are going where you're not anymore, okay? Yeah, you're going somewhere else, yeah. To reunite with God, to reunite with yourself, because that is your true nature, okay? You never give up on hope. Give me hope, Joanna, give me hope. Sacral chakra. You are highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now, okay? Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships. That's what I'm talking about. Not only food, okay? It's all about everything needs to be balanced out. We need to be having a healthy, balanced life. If that is food, if that is our mind, if that is our heart, okay, everything needs to be balanced out. You cannot go to the McDonald's eating that food every second of the day, okay? That's, you know what, okay? Yeah. Cook your food, I'm hearing, okay? Cook your food, yeah. Cook your food, yeah. Yeah. because that is important, sacral chakra. So your energy and your vibration will get higher and higher and higher while you are learning, okay? Yeah. You are being guided, okay? This card is even a guidance, a guidance. You can do something about it or nothing. So, yeah, grow or don't grow, okay? Yeah, that is the question I heard, yeah. But for real, okay? Yeah. We all like to at least cookies, okay, chips. Not anymore for me, okay? Yeah. All the bad stuff, okay, when it's not good for your health, okay, but it's all good for, yeah, government to earn from cigarettes, from alcohol, from gambling, from you know what, okay, yeah. You're just a sensitive person, okay, yeah. Also, I'm hearing sensitive, okay, yeah. That's why, again, the giving, 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 but there was no balance there of the giving, who you are, and the taking of the other people. People can get used to something or someone, okay, and making it their own. I'm hearing bad behavior. I'm hearing, okay, or good behavior, okay, yeah. It depends. Our raising, okay. It can be too much of we learning to give. It can be in your nature, of course, what we have learned from God, your gift, okay, for real, okay, that is reality. When you are being an empathic person, that is a gift from God, okay? And the imbalance will be there because you are not in the right environment. When you are in the right environment, you will see that people are not taking from you, but they are understanding you. They are showing you their empathic nature. They are showing you their love, okay, without expecting anything in return. Because when empathic comes together, okay, oh my God, yeah. They learn the lessons how to deal with those people who are taking your money in this case, yeah, your life, your energy, and your love. And you not knowing even that you are giving that away. Yeah, that is what I'm hearing. Okay, this is the whole reading about that. Whoa, parents. Parents, what? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Our parents, before I'm going to read this, okay, our parents are important. And most of the time, our parents are important for the lessons, okay, that we learn in the 3D form, okay? But when we are not learning shit, when we are having narc parents, okay, and when people are drinking or just using alcohol or just not knowing how to raise their child, yeah, in my case, yeah. But having a loving father, okay, yeah, loving. That's the energy that I could read from him. Okay, yeah, from him. That's why he was my favorite. Yeah, he's gone years ago, okay? And he's still my favorite. Yeah, yeah. But the other party, oh my God, yeah. But even that, I'm understanding, okay? If there's no money and the other one is drinking, in this case, my father, okay? There was no balance. Totally no balance, okay, yeah. And then again, what? Okay, yeah. The other one wanted more money and the other one wanted to drink more alcohol because there was, again, no money, okay? Yeah, and yeah, a problem. A problem, okay? Yeah, in this case, yeah. So parents are important, okay? And we can choose ourselves, okay? Yeah. But in this case, for me, again, I chose directing myself, but because of God, okay? Because of God. Everything who I am today, who I become, and who I am becoming more and more is because of God and because of my child. No one else. No one else, okay? No one else. No, no. Yeah, no one else. No. I can say that out loud. Yeah. A heart open. Yeah. Giving the love, okay? Yeah. But not to the right people in this case. Just like the reading is about, yeah, your love, the money, okay? You were not giving to the right people. I didn't have the money, okay? So it was my love. Yeah. What God gifted me in the wrong hands. Yeah, in the wrong hands. Yeah. So there's always something, okay? Yeah. That we are giving. Yeah. And there's no balance in that giving, okay? Yeah. But we like to give because that is in our true nature. And that is what God is seeing from you, okay? Yeah. God is seeing everything, okay? 360, helicopter view. Yeah. He's seeing everything behind the scenes. Everything is happening, okay? Everything is happening. Yeah. What I want to say, me as a parent, yeah. Yeah, my child, whoa, and me, okay, because he is a gift for me. I know, literally, a totally gift, okay, yeah. But me also for him, yeah. It's a two-way street, always, okay. And in this case, more because there are more people on this planet, yeah. But when people are not getting it, how it's working out, okay, it's a lesson, okay, because my child, yeah, born, yeah, a lot of balance came in my life, okay. I needed him. I needed him. Yeah. Just like he needs me, but in a good way, okay? In a good way. I'm not talking about the neediness. No, this is what God is gifting, okay? We're not talking about wanting to have attention, just like attention whore. No, I was never that, okay? No. And the moment that people are seeing that you are learning how to be you and you loving yourself in a spiritual manner, on a spiritual manner, okay? Because that is something so deep, you will go to your resemblance. I'm hearing, okay, resemblance. You will go to your resemblance, okay? Yeah. God is teaching us so many things, okay? The guidance, oh my God. And people are still not wanting to listen to that voice, okay? Ignoring it, and still ignoring it. No, don't. Listen to that guidance because God is guiding you, even though, okay, you're not listening to this reading. For every single one on this planet, God is guiding you. That's why we all have that gift of intuition, okay? Having a telepathic connection. Yeah, 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 for real. Having a telepathic connection, okay? With God, because God cannot communicate with us like I am doing now, okay? Word. Yeah. But yeah, it's up to you for the choice that you are making in your life, okay? For you to remember who you are. Yeah, Phoenix Rising. Again, you don't have to be shining your light. You don't have to stand on a stage to shine your light, okay? We all can shine our light. It's a choice. Yeah. And of course, okay, children of the light, children of the light, for the ones who are seeking, okay, for the ones who are seeking that truth, whoa, yeah. You will go more and more and more into the light. You will go more. That's why the deep as the ocean, okay? As deep as the ocean, yeah. As deep as the ocean, yeah. Parents, yeah. The divine truth is that your parents eternally love you to the best of their ability. The angels are helping you heal from any associated with your mother and father. Oh my God. Yeah. I healed. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I love them, but yeah, from a distance. Okay. From a distance. Yeah. I can love you from a distance because when you are having your balance and when you have healed and you learned the things from God, from the universe, okay? Because again, it will echo back to you, okay? Again, that silent treatment, it is for a good cause, okay? You being in the silent treatment, yeah, God, yeah, grabbing you, okay, out of that misery, okay, from people who are living in their own misery, who are not understanding that you are walking away to go and freely and in silence, okay, because that's the most important thing that you can do for yourself. Silence, okay, silence. Go, walk away without saying anything, okay, to anyone. But again, it will go organically. It will go naturally, okay, yeah. But then we also need to learn how to speak, okay? Speak, yeah, with an attitude. Yeah, not only of gratitude, but also speak, okay? Yeah, but in a good way, okay? Yeah, with that attitude that you are standing strong in your beliefs, who you are, okay? Yeah, who you are, yeah. And you will be fine. And that silent treatment is, again, God is grabbing you out of situations where you don't belong anymore, okay? Because you belong to God. Oh, one, oh, one, oh, one, as I saw that. O's, zero, okay, beginning. Yeah, the zero, okay, yeah. New beginnings, okay, yeah. Oh, one, oh, one. Beginning from scratch, okay, yeah. Even though danger will approach, yeah, it depends how we are. Did we learn our lessons? A test, I'm hearing, in the form of a test, okay, yeah. Did you learn your lesson? Are you grasping it also? But the 3D, why did I heard red planet? Okay, I'm getting it. Coming into action, Mars. Mars is about action, okay? Coming into action. Come into action, okay? Into your own life. Don't be passive. Don't be passive anymore in your life, okay? No. This is how I need to say it, and I will say it as God is wanting me to say it, okay? Don't be passive, okay? Yeah. That's the sleeping part of us. Yeah. When we are not sleeping anymore, in the moment that you are not knowing it, the sleeping part, yeah, that's further on, okay? I meaning not the sleeping, that you are knowing that you are going through an awakening, okay? And knowing all the lessons bit by bit, okay? And then resembling and understanding and remembering who you are, who you are, who you are, who you are, and what you came to do here on this planet, okay? Yeah. And who you are not being, you are the truth, okay? Yeah. Everyone actually is the truth because God's presence is within you. And God is about the truth, okay? And the truth will set you free. And people are not understanding that because they are not seeing with God's eyes. Again, that bird's view, God's view, okay? Again, everything is happening behind the scenes, okay? Behind the scenes. And the moment that we are understanding that everything is working out behind the scene, that's why God told me, go behind the scenes, okay? Go behind the scenes. And going there means learning and working with God. There's no way out. There's no way out. Okay, we can read. Okay, we can teach ourselves, but still not understanding that phrase, that one word, okay, that you read, okay, in that book. You will get it. Yeah, level of perception again, okay? You will understand it on your manner, and maybe you will not understand it at all, okay? That's why the things will not come in. You need to be prepared. You need to be clear in your mind, okay? Yeah, it's all about the need, okay? Yeah, needing to understand that you're not separated from the truth. Whoa, that you are not separated from the truth, okay? Whoa. No, you're not. We all are not separated from the truth. Yeah. We are already there, but we need to understand it and remember it. Yeah. At one point when we are born and coming onto this planet, okay, newborn baby, yeah, living in the 3D, parents, 3D. Again, it doesn't matter what they have been doing, they're raising, okay, I love my father, I love my mother, okay, I need to be correct about my father, okay, a very loving person, and me, oh my God, I'm a very sensitive person, okay, yeah, I'm a very sensitive person, so when someone is sensitive towards me, oh my God, my whole life, okay, my whole love, yeah, goes towards that person, okay, and I could cry, yeah, because this is how sensitive I can be, yeah, that's also a gift, okay, and people will think also about yourself that, oh my God, what a crybaby. No, that's a gift, okay? God gifted you that you are being a sensitive person, yeah. So you're not a crybaby. No. What? Just because you're sensitive and you're feeling, because you're a highly empathic person and not knowing it? That's why, okay? You are highly sensitive because you were already working with God, okay, the needing of God in your life, okay, the promise of God in your life, okay, and you going to Him and understanding that in this lifetime, okay, I'm talking about in this lifetime, you can go further and further and further. It's not always about the balance in the 3D. Okay, I have my balance. I love myself. Yeah. There's a whole nother reality. And for me, for my Dutch, for me, that's the only reality, okay? Yeah, there will be only one truth left. That is you, okay? Not being separated from God anymore. Yeah. 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 Oh my God. Yeah. So it began with you, okay? Somewhere, always about God, of course. Yeah. Yeah. Standing, okay, standing firm in your foundation. And people will not understand that they will hate your God, okay? They will hate your God that you are leaving them, okay? It doesn't matter. Let them hate you because you are loved by God. Let them. Yeah, and you'll think, yeah, but God, where are the people? Where are the people? Those people who you are leaving behind, they are still separated from God, okay? I'm not sure if they will be, for many, I know they will not be reunited with God in this lifetime, okay? Maybe in another life, I'm not sure, okay, yeah. It's up to them. It's their free will. It's their choice, okay, to work with God and that guidance, okay? Listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition, okay? I'm going to end this reading. Whoa, another great reading, okay? Thank you for being here with me again and with God, of course. I'm going to eat. I'm hungry. Okay, thank you for bearing with me until the end of the reading. Love you all. And please do not forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, everything what you can do, okay? So we can grow not only as a channel, but grow together, okay? Yeah. Thank you. Until next time, until next video, okay? Bye-bye. Peace be with you.